Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for offering to be a secret shopper for us. It's a really great program that lets you earn a little bit extra money and helps us out a ton. So I'm going to kind of break down the steps of the secret shopper call so you're a little bit more familiar. So the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to actually go ahead and get an email from us whenever we have a new secret shopper caller. This could be as many as a handful of times a week to sometimes we go 2 or 3 weeks without any. If you would like some additional ones, you can always reach out to Nicole Vadney, and she can try to put you on the next ones that pop up. But you're going to get an email that looks just like this: new secret shopper call assignment. Most of the time, it's going to come from Nicole Vadney, but from time to time, it may also come from me. So the email is going to outline the following: the deadline to complete the call. This is really important because once you've completed your call, you're going to need to fill out a survey. But there's a little bit of a lag time in between. So really the timeline is this: when you get this email, you need to respond to the person that sent it saying, I have it and I can do it. If you can't do the secret shopper call, it is critical you tell us as soon as possible so that we can find a replacement. For many of these calls, we're going on site with the client. We need to have them completed before we end up on site. And so if we find out last minute, it's really kind of an unprofessional look. Then you're going to go ahead and make the call. We need you to make the call within 2 to 3 business days of getting the notification. You'll make the secret shopper call, and then on this date here is when you will do your survey, your video, and go ahead and send up all the documents into the Google Drive, which I'll explain in a second. The reason that there's a lag time is that we want to test the callers or the agent's follow-up. So one of the questions in the survey is, how many times did people follow up? Well, we can't just go ahead and end right then and there, so we do have to test their follow-up. If for some reason you're unavailable on that day, we can let you do it a day or two early or even a day or two later. Just communicate it with us and we'll be happy to make accommodations. So you're going to get this email. You see the set deadline to complete it. You just have to respond back if you cannot do it, and please be honest. It's okay if you can't. We can find a substitute. Then there's going to be a few things that you do. So in here is going to be a link to the actual survey. So I just clicked on that so it can load. But the first step is to review the scenario and let us know if you have any questions. This is really, really important. Don't just go ahead and make the call and then get into a trap. Take a moment, make sure you understand it. If you don't, ask questions so that we can assist you. Looks like that document's still loading a little bit. Make the call within 2 days of getting the request. Again, that way we make sure that we can get going, and when we get on site to a client, we have everything that we need. Once you've placed the call, please email Nicole to let her know that call is completed, we connected to the right person, there were no issues. If there were any issues, also let us know so that we can come up with a plan B. In the survey that you're going to take, you're going to want to provide very detailed notes. We actually have a folder so you can see a sample of a really good survey. This is not something you want to just rush through and click yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Our expectation is that there will be a few sentences of your experience. Now, sometimes you might not have had an experience. Maybe you actually didn't get the quote, or something happened along the way, and that's okay just to write NA. But when you do have an experience, it's really important that you detail out your notes. You have to remember that we're reviewing someone's performance. So think of it as if it was in your shoes. How much detail would you want? You'd probably want some details so that you could improve. Anything that you do get back from the agency, we're going to have you save it and upload it to our Google Drive, which we'll show you in a moment. It's really critical that we don't wait more than 2 or 3 days to make these calls, so that way we're not running around last minute. We have to complete that survey by this date up here. It's generally going to be about 2 weeks from the time you get it to the completion. Every now and again, we need to run a little faster, so make sure you're checking this date. And then you're also going to shoot a video on your experience. And again, there's some samples in there. And I'm going to show you what to say in the video next. When everything is fully completed, you've uploaded the quote, you've done the video, you've done the survey, then you can send your invoice to Deanna, our bookkeeper, and we'll issue your $30. So just make sure you're kind of getting everything done and then doing the invoice. So here's what that link looks like. The one that we showed you right here, the call scenarios. You'll click on it, and you'll get a document like this. So this is a good one to show you guys because there's a little difference in this one. Instead of us just calling the agency, the secret shoppers are going to fill out forms on the website to test that process. So it's really important you take a moment and just read everything. So basically this outlines that you're going to fill out a form. We give you their time zone, so just in case you're not calling too early or too late to make it convenient for you. And this is actually the survey that you're going to complete when you're all done. So if you take a look at the survey, and in your resources folder that we have, there's actually a fillable PDF that you can use to take notes while you're taking the survey because you can't complete this till the very end. So we strongly recommend you use that fillable PDF just to take notes while you're on the call and then go back. So you can see it's pretty simple. The agency name, secret shopper, date the call was made. You can copy and paste from this Word doc right here, the details of the call, and then just answer every question very honestly. The survey really shouldn't take you more than 5 to 10 minutes on your experience. And like I said, it's really important that you just leave any detailed notes. So all of the documentation you get, quote, email, anything from the client, you're going to go ahead and upload them into your folder. So this is a Google Drive. And once you go ahead, and this is also where you're going to send your video, there'll be a folder with your name on it. So you can click on the folder. And if for some reason on Google Drive you don't have access to it, just email us and we'll give you any access. You can save your emails that you get as a PDF and any documents, and then just upload them in here so that we have them all. For your video that you're going to shoot, you're just going to answer these questions. How do you feel the agent connected with you? Did the agent manage and meet your expectations of how you're going to receive the quote? And what were the 3 high points and the 3 low points of the call? So a good video is going to be professional and have some details to it. So you can definitely shoot it with your iPhone, but we strongly recommend that you have something at least business casual on. Try to stay away from hoodies and pajamas and more casual. The big thing you want to think about is, if you were a business owner, are they looking at the secret shopper and trying to size them up, or are they looking at what you're saying about their team? So something like this is absolutely fine to wear, but just make sure that you look presentable. It doesn't have to be too fancy, no business jackets or anything else like that. But we do want to make sure that you're not too casual in these videos since they are going out to businesses. So in this situation, again, it's a little different, which is a good one to show you. There's a date that you would fill out the web form, and then you're just waiting for them to call you back. For 90% of the scenarios, we're going to be calling the agency, so you'll get the phone number to call and who to ask for. So here are the scenarios that we've come up with. So for Jennifer, she's going to call the Worcester office or fill out the form for the Worcester office. And here's the scenario. Moving to the area and needs auto insurance. She's renting here when she arrives. And this is really important. You should check these links out just to make sure you know what you're looking at. Primarily looking for auto insurance. If somebody says, how'd you find us? So I drove by your office. And if they do say, here's a quote, you have to give them the objection. That seems high. And let's just see how they respond. You'll be asked questions about this in the survey. We also want to see if they talk about renter's insurance and or auto insurance, umbrella insurance. These are the bonus policies that you can test. So it's important to take a look at your scenario. Now, you don't have to be someone different in these calls. The truth is that really they're your kind of own stories for the most part. You're just moving to a different location and need some insurance. So once you're done with this, you're just going to, again, email Nicole and say, hey, I've completed the call. Everything went fine. I got the Worcester office. No big ordeals. If you have any questions along the way, you can definitely ask us. Then from here, again, you're going to wait till that target date, complete the survey, but you can start uploading any documentation to that Google Drive as soon as you get it. Any questions, please let us know, but we hope that we found this helpful. We also have a whole folder with a sample invoice, FAQs, a sample of a good survey, a sample of a good video. So if you're struggling, you can take a look at those resources as well. Thanks so much for participating, and we hope that you have a great time being a secret shopper.